Gentlemen, let me begin with something most men never truly learn. There isn't just one way to touch a woman. There are specific areas of her body that awaken emotional responses long before anything physical happens. And the truth is, most men only understand a few of them, if any at all. I'm a relationship psychologist. For more than 20 years, I've worked with couples at every stage of life. And today, I want to share what I wish I could have explained clearly to every man who ever sat across from me in my office. No unnecessary theory, no empty promises, just what psychology, neuroscience, and real-life experience consistently reveal. Before we go further, consider this question honestly. Do you truly know where and how a woman wants to be touched? I'm not talking about the obvious places most men immediately think of. I'm talking about the areas that open her emotionally, the gestures that make her feel understood before her body even responds. Many men tell me, I know my partner very well. Yet when I ask them this question, the room often goes quiet. Why? Because no one ever explained this properly. There is no instruction manual. And women, even when they feel these needs deeply, don't always express them with words. Instead, they communicate through posture, through eye contact, through subtle reactions that many men completely overlook. Today, I'm going to talk about 7 key zones, but understand this clearly. These are not just physical locations. They are emotional gateways. When you understand them, and more importantly, how to approach them, your partner's response can change in a profound way. Your hands stop being just hands. They become a language of connection. After decades of working with couples, one conclusion keeps repeating itself. Most men act on instinct. They assume touching the right place automatically creates pleasure. But for women, pleasure does not begin mechanically. It begins with emotional safety. Many men genuinely believe they're doing the right thing. Yet, from a woman's perspective, the contact often feels one-sided. You may have wondered why her reactions feel different over time, why she doesn't respond the way she once did. The answer is simpler than it seems. What men often take for granted rarely creates emotion for women. Women don't respond to stimulation alone. They respond to intention, awareness, and presence. When a woman feels deeply that you are truly there with her, her body follows naturally. Here's the challenge. Women don't always explain what they need. They show it. One former patient once said something that stayed with me. Don't touch me just to touch me. Let me feel that you're really here first. That sentence captures the heart of this entire conversation. This is not about physical contact. It's about opening a psychological door before anything else. Zone 1, the hands. This is where I begin because it's the area most men underestimate. A woman's hands are closely connected to her emotional world. When you hold them slowly and gently, you're touching far more than skin. A soft movement along her fingers, a calm, warm pressure in her palm, can create a deep sense of being understood. In my practice, I've noticed something consistent. Couples who continue holding hands, even after many years together, maintain a stronger emotional bond. That's not coincidence. Hand contact releases oxytocin, the hormone responsible for trust and connection. One detail many men overlook is this. Several women have told me that neglected hands completely break the moment. Clean, warm, well-kept hands matter far more than men realize. Zone 2, the nape of the neck. Right at the hairline is where tension quietly collects. Most people don't even realize how much stress they carry there. When you touch this area slowly and gently, without words and without expectation, the body begins to soften. This is not a zone of stimulation, it's a zone of calming and trust. I remember working with a man in his late 50s who felt emotionally invisible in his marriage. One evening, with no goal in mind, he placed his hand gently on his wife's neck as she stood looking out the window. She paused. She took a deep breath. Then she turned toward him. That single quiet gesture reopened something they had both thought was gone. Zone 3, the lower back, between the waist and the hips. This area represents stability. When you place your hands here gently, without gripping, without controlling, you send a powerful message. I'm here, you're safe, and you're free. This touch works best in ordinary moments, in the kitchen, in the morning, in silence. Your chest behind her, your hands warm and steady. No words are necessary. Zone 4, behind the ear, just beneath the jawline. This area is highly sensitive and should only be approached when trust already exists. Too much pressure closes it immediately. Warmth and lightness open it. One woman once explained this touch to me in a way I never forgot. She said it didn't make her feel desired, it made her feel valued. And for many women, feeling valued always comes before desire. Zone 5, between the shoulder blades. This is one of the most overlooked areas of all. Psychologically, it represents protection. It's a place she cannot see or reach herself. When you rest your hand there gently, you communicate reassurance without words. Her nervous system slows. Her thoughts settle. This touch is not sexual, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. Zone 6, the inner thighs near the knees. Let me be very clear here. This is not about intimate areas. This is a transitional zone. It's close but respectful, suggestive but safe. When approached slowly, it communicates, I'm close and I respect your pace. Many men rush past this moment, and that's where emotional trust is lost. Zone 7, the lower abdomen around the navel. This is often the most surprising one. The lower belly is where instinct and emotion meet. This area requires complete sincerity. When you place your hand there slowly and warmly, as if holding something precious, it sends a profound signal. When a woman allows this touch, she's offering more than her body. She's opening her inner world. Now, why do these zones work? Because women don't experience touch only physically. They process it emotionally and neurologically. Research shows that female skin receptors are significantly more sensitive, and these areas stimulate oxytocin release, the hormone of trust, bonding, and emotional openness. These are not erogenous zones, they are emotional sensors. They tell her body, this person is safe. Practical guidance is simple. Slow down. Pay attention to her reactions. Use these touches in everyday moments. Be consistent. Be mentally present. One man told me recently, I don't know what changed, but she feels closer. That's exactly the point. Women don't always analyze the change. They feel it. These 7 zones are not buttons, they are doors. Every time you approach them with sincerity, you are saying, I see you, I respect you, you matter. And that is what women truly want. Not performance, not pressure. Connection. It is never too late to begin again. Sometimes, one conscious touch is enough to open an entirely new chapter. That's the truth most men were never taught. Touch is not about taking. It's about attunement. It's about being present enough that her body feels safe before her mind even names the feeling. When a woman feels emotionally held, her response is natural, unforced, real, and that changes everything.